Rondo's lightly carbonated, so you can slam it down fast.
Introducing 7-Up Gold.
When sports take a lot out of you, put it back with Mountain Dew Sport.
The 1970s were a wild era of experimentation, not just in fashion and music, but in the beverage industry too. Companies pushed boundaries with bizarre flavors, strange colors, and caffeinated concoctions, hoping to capture consumers' attention. But not every idea fizzled into success. From fruity colas to clear sodas and morning energy drinks, many beverages failed spectacularly, leaving confused customers and empty shelves behind. So, join us as we explore 25 beverages from the 1970s that failed miserably. Shasta chocolate soda was one of those what-were-they-thinking experiments of the 1970s. At first glance, the idea sounded tempting. Take America's love for chocolate and mash it together with the country's obsession with carbonated drinks. The result? A fizzy, brown soda that was equal parts curiosity and confusion. Fans claimed it was like drinking a bubbly milkshake without the milk, while detractors said it resembled cough syrup mixed with Hershey's powder. Priced cheaply and widely available, it briefly became a novelty treat, especially among teens daring each other to try it. But the flavor was too polarizing, and repeat buyers were scarce. By the early 1980s, it had fizzled into history.
Chocolate, too, and that's why everyone from miles around is heard to say,
"Oh, give us Shasta Cola, Chocolate Cola."
Living on only in nostalgic memories and the occasional collector's bottle, an eccentric relic of an era when soda companies weren't afraid to gamble big on flavor. Mountain Dew Sport was PepsiCo's bold attempt to cash in on the fitness frenzy that swept through the late 1970s. With aerobics studios popping up everywhere and people suddenly obsessed with healthy living, the brand launched this clear lemon-lime drink that claimed to fuel active lifestyles. The irony, it was still packed with sugar, making its sporty image more marketing than science. Despite the gimmick, it gained a small following and actually stuck around until 1991, before disappearing quietly. Today, collectors go wild for unopened cans, sometimes paying up to $450 just to own a piece of soda history. Its green, athletic-style packaging screams vintage cool, reminding fans of an era when branding mattered more than the formula.
When sports take a lot out of you, put it back with Mountain Dew Sport.
While not a hit in its time, Mountain Dew Sport paved the way for the sports drink explosion that dominates store shelves today. Rondo stormed onto the soda scene in 1978, determined to stand out in the crowded citrus market. Packaged in a bold yellow can and armed with the unforgettable slogan, "Thirst Crusher," it quickly carved out a quirky identity. Unlike fizzy competitors, Rondo toned down the carbonation, giving drinkers a smoother, less gassy citrus hit. Its marketing was just as distinctive. Commercials often ended with people dramatically crushing their cans after finishing, a ritual that became synonymous with the brand. Despite its cult appeal, Rondo only lasted about 3 years before being shelved in the early 1980s. Yet, nostalgia worked its magic decades later.
They're gonna want a Rondo. Rondo's lightly carbonated, so you can slam it down fast.
When the drink made a shocking return in 2023. Fans celebrated the revival, proving that while sales numbers fade, the memory of a catchy slogan and a unique flavor can stick around for generations. When Jolt Cola first appeared as a prototype, it aimed to revolutionize the soft drink world by offering an unprecedented caffeine punch.
Wow, look how much he drank.
Marketed as the ultimate energy booster, it promised alertness in a single bottle. However, the execution backfired. The cola was intensely caffeinated and unusually bitter, alienating consumers accustomed to the smooth, sweet taste of standard sodas. Its flavor profile was jarring. And while some college students and niche audiences experimented with it, mainstream acceptance never materialized. Retailers reported poor sales, and the product became a footnote in beverage history. Jolt Cola's early iteration highlighted that extreme energy-focused formulas must balance taste with effect to succeed. In an attempt to diversify the lemon-lime brand, 7-Up introduced 7-Up Gold, a caramel-flavored soda designed to attract adventurous taste seekers. While the concept seemed innovative on paper, it failed to resonate with loyal 7-Up consumers.
Introducing 7-Up Gold. You make my heart sing.
Fans of the original crisp, citrusy soda found the sweet caramel taste confusing and overly rich, disrupting the clean and refreshing experience they expected. expected. Marketing struggled to convey the appeal, and the unusual flavor ultimately became a source of ridicule. Distribution slowed as retailers noticed limited repeat purchases, leading to a quick withdrawal. 7-Up Gold's failure illustrates how deviating too far from a brand's core flavor identity can alienate the very audience a company hopes to engage. If traditional tastes rejected 7-Up Gold, could Pepsi's Blueberry Cola experiment entice adventurous palates? Pepsi's experiment with fruit-infused colas led to the creation of Pepsi Blueberry Cola, a daring attempt to merge classic cola with a sweet berry twist. While the idea sounded appealing in theory,
From the wild side of Pepsi. It's what we've all been hanging out for.
the combination of flavors proved divisive. Traditional cola drinkers found the blueberry notes clashing with the familiar caramel undertones, resulting in an awkward taste experience. Despite eye-catching blue packaging intended to spark curiosity, consumer trials showed hesitation and reluctance to adopt the new flavor. The soda failed to maintain repeat buyers, and retailers phased it out quickly. Pepsi Blueberry Cola serves as an example of how even bold, innovative flavor experiments must carefully respect the foundational tastes that define a brand's loyal customer base. In a bid to capitalize on the growing fruit-flavored soda trend, fizzy fruit punch soda hit the shelves with bright colors and exaggerated marketing claims.
It's a fully loaded citrus soda with carbos. Beat the rush.
However, its overly artificial taste quickly became a turnoff. Consumers found the combination of synthetic fruit flavors too sweet and chemical, leaving an unpleasant aftertaste that clashed with expectations for natural, refreshing drinks. Even children, often a primary target for fruit sodas, were reportedly confused by the overly sharp and unnatural flavor. Retailers noted poor repeat purchases, and the product disappeared from shelves within months. Fizzy fruit punch soda's short-lived presence serves as a lesson in flavor balance. Extreme sweetness and artificiality can doom a beverage before it gains traction. Launched in 1976 by Desnos and Geddes, Ting quickly became the Caribbean's ultimate refreshment.
Ting is the ultimate thirst quencher, lightly carbonated, natural citrus refreshment.
This sparkling grapefruit soda struck the perfect chord. Sharp citrus bite mellowed with just enough sweetness, powered by real grapefruit oils that gave it authenticity competitors lacked. Its vibrant yellow label and distinctive bumpy glass bottles made it instantly recognizable, turning the drink into more than just a beverage. It became part of Jamaica's cultural fabric. Ting wasn't just for cooling off in the tropical heat either. Locals famously paired it with rum to create the beloved Ting and Sting cocktail. While it's still produced today, its global availability has dwindled, making it a nostalgic find outside the islands. One sip, though, explains its staying power. In a world of artificial citrus sodas, Ting proves that nothing beats the real taste of the Caribbean. Grapette Cola was an ambitious attempt to introduce grape flavor to the mainstream cola market, blending sweet grape notes with traditional cola elements. While the idea sounded appealing on paper, the result was a confusing taste experience that perplexed consumers. Cola drinkers found the grape infusion unnatural and clashing, while grape soda enthusiasts were not drawn to the cola base. The product's dual identity made it hard to market effectively, and it struggled to find a loyal audience. Shelf space was scarce as repeat purchases lagged, leading to a swift discontinuation.
After Grapette disappeared domestically, a hot springs company continued selling the original syrup to Latin American and Asian countries.
Grapette Cola exemplifies the risks of hybrid flavors. Merging two distinct tastes can alienate both existing fan bases if not carefully executed. In an effort to rejuvenate its classic formula, Sprite introduced the lemon-lime twist, adding a slightly altered flavor intended to surprise and delight loyal fans. Unfortunately, the tweak produced an unusual aftertaste that many found off-putting. Consumers accustomed to the crisp, clean taste of traditional Sprite were confused by the strange flavor note, which clashed with the brand's signature refreshing profile. Despite bright marketing campaigns promising a new twist on refreshment, the variant failed to generate repeat sales. Retailers quickly reduced shelf space, and the product quietly vanished.
We know the secret when we're hot and thirsty. Limon's combination is the secret of Sprite.
Sprite Lemon-Lime Twist illustrates that even minor alterations to a beloved formula can provoke strong negative reactions if the change disrupts familiar taste expectations. Pepsi Free was an early attempt to create a caffeine-free cola that preserved the signature Pepsi flavor while appealing to health-conscious or caffeine-sensitive consumers. On paper, it seemed a perfect solution, but execution faltered. Taste differences, subtle yet noticeable, alienated longtime Pepsi drinkers who found the flavor flatter and less satisfying. Marketing failed to communicate the benefits effectively, and consumers struggled to see why they should switch from the classic cola. Despite being innovative for its time, the product didn't build a loyal following and eventually disappeared. Pepsi Free's prototype phase highlights the challenge of introducing health-conscious variations. Taste remains king,
made with absolutely no caffeine, just great Pepsi taste.
And subtle alterations can make or break consumer acceptance. When diet and caffeine-free colas struggled, could a citrus-flavored soda like Mellow Yellow Cherry make a splash? As a bold experiment in flavored sodas, Mellow Yellow combined the tangy citrus base with sweet cherry undertones, aiming to capture adventurous taste seekers. Unfortunately, the resulting flavor confused consumers, who struggled to reconcile the fruity cherry with the familiar citrus notes. Marketing emphasized novelty, but taste tests and initial sales showed a lack of repeat purchases. Fans of the original Mellow Yellow were not convinced, and cherry soda enthusiasts weren't drawn to the citrus backbone. Retailers quickly phased it out due to poor demand.
Look out, throat! Watch out, thirst! This Mellow Yellow's as good as the first.
Mellow Yellow Cherry serves as a cautionary tale in flavor experimentation. While combining tastes can generate excitement, misaligned flavor profiles risk alienating both loyal and new consumers. Crush attempted to merge cream soda with a citrus twist in its Crush Cream Soda, an orange-flavored variation intended to attract novelty seekers. Despite its appealing color and imaginative concept, the flavor combination was too unconventional for mainstream acceptance. Consumers found the mix of creamy vanilla tones with bright orange overly strange and inconsistent with expectations for either soda type. Initial curiosity did not translate into repeat purchases, leaving shelves stocked with unsold bottles.
New lemon lime crush, diet or regular. A bolder taste and the juice of crushed lemons and limes.
Don't just quench it, crush it!
Marketing campaigns struggled to explain or justify the unusual taste, and the product quickly faded from circulation. Crush Cream. Soda demonstrates that innovative flavor experiments must balance creativity with palatability, or risk leaving a legacy of failure instead of fun. In a bid to expand the diet soda market, Tab introduced Tab Orange, a diet cola infused with orange flavor. On paper, the combination of citrus and cola seemed innovative, aiming to attract consumers looking for a new twist on diet beverages. In reality, the mix proved unappealing to taste buds. Diet cola drinkers found the orange notes clashed with the classic cola base, resulting in a disjointed and artificial flavor experience. Despite bright packaging and health-oriented marketing, the soda struggled to gain traction. Retailers reported low repeat purchases, and the product was quickly discontinued.
New Tab, oh, so delicious, without a lot of calories.
Tab Orange demonstrates the risks of flavor experimentation. Novelty cannot outweigh taste compatibility when introducing new variations. When PepsiCo launched Slice, it felt like the start of a soda revolution. Unlike its artificial tasting rivals, Slice proudly boasted 10% real fruit juice.
This holiday season, get the lemon lime soft drink with real juice. Get Slice.
A bold move during an era when natural was just starting to trend. Marketed as the healthier, more authentic option, Slice debuted with lemon lime, but quickly expanded to orange, grape, cherry, and even adventurous flavors like mandarin orange. The brand initially soared, especially with its eye-catching packaging. Fans still remember the orange variety sold in fun, fruit-shaped bottles that popped out of the cooler. But over time, Slice lost fizz, gradually pushed aside by competitors like Sierra Mist. By 2010, it had vanished completely. Still, its legacy is undeniable. Today's real juice sodas and reduced sugar blends owe a debt to Slice, the trailblazer that proved fruit soda could actually taste a little closer to nature. Gaining traction through the 1970s, Fresca Golden Peach was Coca-Cola's clever spin on its popular grapefruit soda. Instead of sticking with the usual citrus route, this version delivered a delicate peach flavor that stood out in a market dominated by lemon-lime drinks. Its pale golden hue matched its fruity profile, making it as eye-catching as it was refreshing.
So we're opening up the peach Fresca. Yeah, that is really good. That is a really good drink.
Best of all, it packed 0 calories without the bitter aftertaste that plagued many early diet sodas. At its peak, Golden Peach was available in 38 states and developed a loyal following. Sadly, Coca-Cola eventually phased it out in favor of the original, leaving fans disappointed. Today, collectors eagerly seek out those vintage bottles with embossed peach designs, while modern Zero sodas still struggle to recreate the smooth balance Fresca Golden Peach nailed decades ago. Faygo attempted to carve out a niche in the soda world with its cola variety line, introducing multiple unusual flavors alongside its classic cola. While the idea of offering choice seemed exciting, most consumers regarded the flavors as gimmicky rather than enjoyable. The combinations often clashed with traditional cola expectations, and few customers developed a preference for the non-standard options. Initial curiosity purchases did little to sustain sales, leaving stores with slow-moving inventory. Marketing emphasized creativity.
Well, we have orange, root beer, grape, berry, cherry, cola, lemon, lime, fruit punch, rock and rye.
I'll take red pop.
But the unusual offerings failed to resonate with mainstream tastes. Faygo Cola Variety exemplifies how excessive experimentation without grounding in consumer appeal can lead to quick failures, cementing its place in the annals of 1970s beverage flops. Royal Crown Cola, often seen as the underdog against Coke and Pepsi, took an early leap into the diet soda craze with sugar-free RC in the 1970s. Marketed as a healthier alternative for calorie-conscious consumers, it promised the familiar RC Cola taste without the sugar.
I like this just fine. They did a good job of capturing the RC Cola flavor.
However, the execution fell flat. The artificial sweetener used at the time, cyclamate and later saccharin, left a metallic aftertaste that alienated many drinkers. Unlike Diet Right, which gained some traction, sugar-free RC never managed to carve a loyal audience, largely because RC itself was already a smaller player in the cola wars. Its weak marketing push and the stigma around artificial sweeteners doomed it quickly. Instead of revitalizing the brand, the experiment reinforced RC's struggling image, making sugar-free RC one of the more forgettable failures of the decade. Schweppes attempted to capitalize on the growing interest in exotic beverages with its fruit soda line, offering a range of unusual fruit flavors. However, the soda's bold, sometimes bitter taste proved too intense for mainstream consumers. Many found the flavors artificial and overly complex.
Only the fruit juice that's good enough for Schweppes goes into Schweppes natural mineral water,
lacking the crisp refreshment associated with popular sodas. While marketed as sophisticated and adventurous, the product struggled to attract repeat buyers. Retailers soon noticed stagnant sales, and the line was quietly discontinued. Schweppes Fruit Soda illustrates that innovation in flavor must be carefully balanced with mass-market palatability. Too bold a flavor profile can alienate the very audience a brand hopes to entice. As part of its ongoing experimentation with diet sodas, Tab released Tab Cola Cherry, combining its low-calorie formula with cherry flavor. The attempt to merge Diet Cola with a fruity twist proved widely unpopular. Consumers reported that the taste was artificial and unpleasant, and the beverage failed to deliver a satisfying cola experience.
A little sugar makes new Tab so delicious.
Loyal Tab drinkers were unenthusiastic, and cherry soda fans found the diet base unappealing. Despite packaging that emphasized novelty and a low-calorie benefit, the product suffered from low repeat purchases. Tab Cola Cherry serves as a clear example of the challenges in flavored diet soda innovation. The combination must balance sweetness, fruit flavor, and the familiar cola profile to gain acceptance. Launched in 1975, Pepsi Light was PepsiCo's smart solution to one of diet soda's biggest problems, the nasty metallic aftertaste of saccharin. By blending in natural lemon oils, the company cleverly masked the bitterness and gave the drink a refreshing citrus twist. Its marketing leaned heavily on this difference, with TV ads showing floating lemon slices and the memorable slogan, "The Diet Cola with the lemon you taste, not the saccharin."
Put a little touch of lemon, real cola taste. Little lemony touch makes Pepsi Life taste sensational.
The branding worked. Those distinctive rippled glass bottles reinforced the image of lemony freshness. For more than 2 decades, Pepsi Light maintained a loyal fan base, with taste tests showing that 37% of drinkers actually preferred it over traditional diet colas. It was finally retired in 1998, replaced by Diet Pepsi, but its influence lives on in every lemon-infused diet cola that followed its pioneering formula. Debuting in the 1970s, Squirt Low Calorie was a smart twist on the original 1938 grapefruit soda, offering the same zesty bite without all the sugar. Unlike many diet drinks of the era, it managed to balance mild bitterness with a refreshing sweetness, thanks to real grapefruit oils that kept its flavor authentic. Fans drank it straight or used it as a mixer.
I love this soda. It's very sparkling, and also the taste, very refreshing.
Tequila plus Squirt Low. Cal was a bar favorite. Its sleek glass bottles with diamond pattern embossing gave it a premium feel, helping it stand out in the diet category. At one point, it was sold in 42 states, but by the 1980s, even a zero-calorie relaunch couldn't save it from decline. With only 5 ingredients on the label, Squirt Low Cal was ahead of its time, predicting today's obsession with simple, clean beverages decades before it became a trend. Breaking away from the safe world of colas, Pepsi launched Aspen in the mid-1970s, a sparkling apple soda designed to tempt consumers bored with standard flavors. Its bright green cans and bottles stood out on store shelves, promising a crisp, refreshing taste unlike anything else from a major soda company. At first, the idea intrigued shoppers.
Sparkling new world of refreshment. Aspen is here, crystal clear, the new soft drink with just a snap.
But the novelty wore off quickly. Apple wasn't a familiar soda flavor in America, and many found it either too sweet or oddly sharp compared to cola. Without sustained advertising muscle or consumer loyalty, Aspen began losing shelf space. By the early 1980s, it had quietly disappeared. Yet, Aspen holds a curious legacy. Modern, niche brands producing apple-flavored sodas owe a subtle debt to this failed experiment that showed big companies were willing to test bold alternatives decades ahead of trend. Mountain Dew, known for its citrus punch, experimented with Orange Mountain Dew to offer fans a fresh flavor option. Unfortunately, the orange variant disrupted the flavor profile that loyal consumers loved.
A live wire dew sparkled with artificial orange flavor. Tastes like an orange soda, but really sweet.
The change was perceived as artificial and too far removed from the original tangy lime citrus taste. Marketing campaigns tried to position it as an exciting alternative, but customers were hesitant to embrace the deviation. Retailers observed poor repeat sales, and the product quickly disappeared from store shelves. Mountain Dew Orange highlights the risk of tampering with a beloved core product. Even small flavor shifts can alienate a dedicated consumer base and lead to commercial failure. Fanta attempted to innovate with Fanta Grape, blending grape soda with a creamy texture to create a dessert-like experience in a bottle. While the idea was imaginative, the execution overcomplicated the flavor profile. Consumers were confused by the clash of sweet grape and creamy notes, which didn't align with expectations for a refreshing soft drink.
Fanta Grape. I don't mean to be ungrateful, but that stuff tastes horrible, I'll be honest.
The beverage was marketed as fun and indulgent, but the taste proved polarizing, with many rejecting the unusual combination entirely. Retailers reported poor repeat purchases, resulting in an early discontinuation. Fanta Grape illustrates how over-engineered flavors can alienate mainstream audiences, emphasizing that simplicity and familiarity often outperform novelty in beverage innovation.